Welcome back to Humankind with me, Buka Juice, where we are going to continue playing as the Khmer. We have just gotten into the medieval era, and now, since we have a builder civilization and our first actual Southeast Asian civilization, we are going to be building our empire to the fullest. So without further ado, let's go into it. I'm going to load the game. As you can see, I've also been playing offline. I think it's Stream Trial 3. Slow that up. A mountain never has two tigers. So the emblematic unit of the Khmer is actually the ballista elephant. So it's basically an elephant with a ballista on top of it. So that's boss, isn't it? Hello, the Kabul DM. We are playing Humankind. Welcome, welcome. For the uninitiated, Humankind is a 4X historical strategy game that is turn-based. So this is actually the perfect game for me because I've always liked strategy games. When I was younger, I liked StarCraft and StarCraft 2 when it came out. But now I'm getting old and my APM isn't what it used to be. It is just not gonna happen anymore. So instead, we're moving to turn-based strategy games. But since Buko Juice RPG is all about either Southeast Asian themed games or role-playing games, what we're doing is we're playing Humankind in such a way that we are trying to build the best Southeast Asian civilization possible. And at the same time, we are role-playing our choices, our narrative choices, instead of just choosing the most optimal one. So sometimes we end up castrating people because they need to follow the law and stuff like that. But we are also moving towards a society that is worldly, meaning we take choices that emphasize cooperation, universalism, and militarization for reasons of unifying groups. We are also moving towards, I think we want to move towards collectivism. So the way I see it is that individual sub-cities should be able to self-govern. Kind of like a federation of states. Does that make sense? Oh, that's a very modern way of looking at it, I guess. And then in terms of our liberty versus authority axis, we are trying to move towards liberty. Join us or I hurt you. Yeah, yeah. Join us. We will give freedom to everyone forcibly. But we are moving towards liberty instead of authority. So we're going to be mostly leaving our people alone. And then finally, we are moving towards a faith-based tradition style as opposed to an enlightened progressive style. This is actually knowingly nerfing ourselves because this means that usually we take hits on science output. But, roleplay. The way I see Southeast Asian state, a Southeast Asian empire, is that they still hold on to their religions, but they do try to hold to the tenets of progressiveness. Is that a word? Progressiveness. We'll go with that. Progressiveness and stuff like that. Now, it's a 4X game, so it's not very nice to watch it outside of full screen. So let me fix that a bit. Pop. There we go. So, currently we have 3 cities. The first city is BJtopia, over here. As you know, we are in Southeast Asia, so of course we have the Egyptian pyramid. It was available, so I got it, because it helps with our industry. Our second city is Sidon over here. This one is randomly generated name, and then I didn't really think about a different name for this one. But if you can think of a different name for Sidon, something that's more thematic to what we're doing, let me know. And then our third city is Cotabato over here. I'm calling it Cotabato because it's geared towards defense. It's not very productive. If you can see the land, there's not a lot of yields because it's kind of desert-like. But it is also important because this is our main trade route through the other competing nations. So currently, our neighbors are the Tsao over here, And then they're the Chinese. Then we have the Hittites over here, the pink one. Then we have the Egyptians over here. We stole their pyramid. The Mauryans, the green one, they have actually vassalized the Assyrians. That's why the Assyrians are just a small empire over here. This random city used to be it's kind of like an independent city that just popped out of nowhere. It's one of their random generators. And then I think what happened here is that the Egyptians assimilated it, and then the Hittites went to war with the Egyptians over it. We're leaving them alone because we really can't hold. Actually, we can. Currently, we can hold 4 cities, and we have 3. Uh, but I'm not seeing a lot of value in this particular city because if you look at it, its yields are good for industry, but we already have that at BJtopia. BJtopia is very productive on the industry side. I should also explain that there are 4 primary resources that you can exploit from the surroundings. So let's pick at BJtopia over here. There's food, there's industry, there's money, and there's science. Food, or collectively they're called FIMS. Food is how you grow the population, so you can have farmers set aside for your food. Industry is your production, so when I'm making something, the number of turns will depend on the amount of production that I can push out. So that's industry. Then money is for buying stuff, so that's pretty self-explanatory. And then science is for advancing our technology. Since you start at the Neolithic era for humankind, you start with very base level technologies like the calendar and irrigation, fishing. But if you move all the way to the last era, you get stuff like exosuits, military lasers, fusion reactors. So that's pretty cool, right? We're still far from that though. We're currently at era number 3, which is the medieval era. We've just entered the medieval era. And now, we adopted the Khmer. The Khmer is, I think, in modern day Cambodia. And they are pretty well known for Angkor Wat. So it was a religious city center that relied a lot on capturing flood rain and turning it into their water supply. That's why a lot of the construction that we will do will be focused on rivers. Now, we are also a Southeast Asian nation. The thing about humankind that differentiates it from civilization is that in civilization, you choose one civ and that's your civ forever. So if you choose the Egyptians, you're the Egyptians from the ancient era all the way to the future, when you get robots, right? Here in humankind, in every era, you get to choose your culture, or you get to jump a culture, or you can keep what you currently have. So we started out at the nomadic era. We collected enough science that we became storytellers, so we became astronomers. That's why we have +1 science. And then during the ancient era, we were the Phoenicians, who are trading pioneers. That gave us +2 money per traders on our cities. And then in the classical era, I believe we were the Celts. So the Celts had druidic lore, which is more food for farmers. And now as a Khmer, we are builders. We have industry on all our makers' quarters. Now, I chose the Phoenicians earlier on because one of the hallmarks, I believe, of a Southeast Asian nation has to be naval capability. And that is why we have ships somewhere here. I think there's a ship over there exploring the world. As you can see, currently moving around the world. Although I'm thinking of bringing them back because the Greeks have been pissing me off over here. They blockaded their strait over here, which means my ship cannot move past it. So annoying Greeks are annoying. So that's one. But also, because of this, we were able to take control of this island over here. Now, there's not a lot of resources on the island, so I don't think it can be a city in its own right. So the plan is, we are going to find a reason to make war with the Morians. Because I want their city of Luluban. We're going to rename it Singapore, and then we're going to annex this area over here. Sounds like a plan, right? That is what we're going to do. So in the meantime, well, how are we going to go about it? We have a scout here. We have some Gesati over here. By the way, the Achaemenid Persians have been annoying us, so we turned them into our vassals. They now have to give us money every turn. And they now cannot trade with anyone without our express permission first. So far, so good. I know I have a chariot somewhere. There's a warrior. Maybe the chariot died. No, that's not my chariot. That's the Chinese, the South's chariot. I think I lost my chariot. Oh, there you go. Where are you? You're all the way here. Okay. We are... he doesn't have a turn. So I think we are going to go into the next turn, and then we are going to see what we're going to do. Currently, it is turn 81, moving towards turn 82. We have just entered the medieval era. It is 1520 BCE. So as you can tell, we are way ahead of everyone else because it is not yet even Anno Domini, and we are already in the medieval era. The next person in line, the next civilization in line with us is purple. I believe that is the Egyptians over here. And they are 1,000 points behind in fame points. Closer to 900. So that's actually a gap that they can close if I am not careful. So let's see what we have. Not taking the chance to call it Tutuban. It's right there. You know what? We're calling it Tutuban. Thank you, Kobold DM, for that recommendation. We're going to do that. Also, we are going to be aggressive builders. And to do that, we are going to activate the builder ability, Landraiser. If I activate Landraiser, all of my merchants producing money and all of my scientists producing science will instead go into industry. They will use their scientific minds to learn proper techniques of engineering, and they will fund it with money. I think that is the roleplay reason for Landraiser. So we're going to activate that. So let's see. Currently our garrison is going to take 5 turns. If we activate our Landraiser, it becomes 2 turns. Look at that difference. DPWH actually working hard. Yeah. So we're going to do that. You know what? Let's do that for all of our cities. That will last for 5 turns. So the problem there is that we are not going to be producing science for 5 turns. But with 1T, I think that is okay because we are way ahead of everybody. So it's not gonna be an issue. This one, we don't have to press it because we are currently focusing on city growth. And as you can tell, since it is a younger city, there's not a lot of money. There's no one focused on making money yet or making science. So it doesn't really make sense for us to activate Landraiser for this one. And besides, the thing about activating Landraiser is that I cannot use science for 5 turns. That's a lot of turns. I think that's equivalent to like 100 years. Alright, so we're going to the next turn. Let's marvel at our city while we're going to the next turn. DJ Topia over here with our Maker's Quarter and our Nemeton. This is something that we got from the Celts. I feel like it works well with our animist religion because this is a farmer's quarter that also produces faith. Let's go! Turn 82.
15 farmers' quarters? Not sure if I should congratulate you or burp and rub my belly.
Alright. It is now 1487 BCE. I think that was 13 years. Alright. The garrison is about to be done. So, a few things that I am thinking of doing. Number 1, I want to make this baray. This is unique to the Khmer. It is kind of like a pool that collects water. So it functions as a maker's quarter, but it also functions as a farmer's quarter. And it produces extra industry per adjacent river tile. Now the thing is, I found the perfect spot for it. If I place it here, it's adjacent to 5 river tiles. So it produces 42 industry. Super nice. We're going to put it there. Once that's built, that is going to contribute to our production. Cobalt DM says, actually might get into this after my stealth games are done. Incidentally, have you played the Baggers Saga trilogy? I have not, but I know of it. I have a love-hate relationship with role-playing games. Computer role-playing games, that is. In that I am interested in them, but then sometimes I take like 2 weeks in between playing, and whenever I go back to the game, I'm like, what happened? I completely forget the story. Takes me a while to get back into it. Sometimes I forget game mechanics. So it's kind of weird. But it's not that I hate them. I actually love them. I actually love playing them. It's just that it's a limitation of my brain, I guess. Okay. XCOM style narrative game. Ah, okay.
A pleasure to see you again.
Okay. That is a bug. He's not supposed to be Edgar Allan Poe. He's supposed to be Mu Ying. And I remember him being Mu Ying in my last game. It's a game that just came out a few weeks ago, so it is expected that there's going to be some bugs like this. Nonetheless, they do keep the archetypes of Mu Ying, which is loyal and vindictive. We are currently in an alliance with them, which means that we can't fight them because we have a lot of treaties. Which can be a limitation because sometimes when we get greedy and we want land, we can't just attack them. We have to we have to break the alliance first, and that has its own issues, especially when they are a stronger nation. They're currently in the classical era. They are one era behind me, but they're still pretty strong, I think. So they're also vindictive. They never forget what happened in the past. So if we break an alliance in the classical era, even if we get to the modern era, they remember that we broke the alliance. Break the alliance, like in our last board game. um, not with these guys. I'm thinking of breaking my alliance with the Greeks. Because the
Wer
Greeks
seid
are
ihr? Und
annoying.
was werden wir zusammen tun?
Because they are blocking their strait. And I can't move past this. However, I am getting their copper and their silk. And that's kind of important for me. So I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I remember being the Turtle Clan, where I broke the alliance. Didn't really help me win, didn't it? Nonetheless, I kind of want to break this alliance with them. They are loyal though, so it's nice to have an alliance with them. You're not in danger of having the alliance broken. And I kind of want to also take over my immediate neighbor, Gamer Zach, who is a militarist state, last time I checked.
You have something to say?
Huh. Everything's topsy-turvy. He's supposed to be Gamer Zach, the streamer. Loyal, militarist, and introvert. But this is someone else. Everyone's avatar is broken. Why is it
I'm
like
listening.
that? Yeah, everyone's avatar is messed up. Something happened.
A pleasure to see you again.
Like, for example, Boudica. Boudica is a girl. But this avatar is Agamemnon. Anyway, that's just something for later. Obsidian was purchased by the Egyptians for 30 money. Thank you. Bread and Games has been locked by another empire. Morava's population has gained 1. Morava is this one. This island that we have here. Which we will attach to Tutuban. What is our current relationship with Green?
What do you want now?
We are at peace. And we have enough war support to declare war. So we are going to go to war with them. But before that, we're going to finish our constructions first. So let's see. Cotabato has finished its construction. So what did it finish? I think it was a barret. I could be wrong though. No, it wasn't. It was something else. Okay, let's make a barret. Oops, no, not Angkor Wat. Here. It is adjacent to 5 rivers, so it gives me plus 31 industry total. It also provides me with that UI is annoying. How much food is that? 15. Okay. I think that's 5 river tiles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do it. Let's put it there. And then Sidon is finished with its work also. We could also make him create a beret. Where is a good river placement? Is this one? This one is only adjacent to 3 river tiles. This one looks promising. Oh, oh, oh. Did I see that right? 5 adjacencies also. Let's do that. And then we have to place Anchor Watt somewhere. Now, Anchor Watt will provide us with 40 stability. The thing about this game is that the more you build, the harder it is to govern your empire, and therefore your stability goes down. If you've played Civilization, this is equivalent to like happiness or amenity. It's kind of like that. So I'm thinking I should create Angkor Wat within the area of BJtopia, but put it in a relatively obscure spot, like maybe here. This looks interesting, right? Or maybe here. I think this one is better. So that's the plan. But after we build our first few berets first, because the berets will help with the production also. Anything else? You're still blocking the way. Let me pass, stupid Greeks. Speaking of which, let's try threatening the Greeks by putting our ships around. Now, we are currently not yet in a good era for sailing rather, because the longer we stay in deep waters over here, you can tell the difference between a deep water and a shallow water. If you stay more than one turn in deep water, the ships will start taking damage. So actually, similar to this one, we'll move them here. Stay on the shallows as much as possible. And then I wanted to move my chariot. If I remember correctly, my chariot was somewhere here. Okay, where's my chariot? Chariot! I think it moved. Did I give it a different move command? There you go. Chariot. Move away from these forces. And then, since the chariot has a good move speed, I want to bring him all the way here so that he can transfer to this island, and then he can transfer to this new world here and start populating this place. So that's the plan. How many turns is that? 6, 7, 8, 9 turns. That's gonna take a while. But it is what it is. And then the ship will just station here. If you don't want to move, we're gonna have problems later. One idle army. Actually, this one I don't really. But you're a starred army. I was going to dissolve them into the city so that they can provide population in Morava. But we can't really do that because this one is already a veteran and they already have bonuses. So sayang lang. So instead, we'll move them here so that they can set sail here relatively easily. Alright. So far, so good. I think we're done with this turn. And we are going to end this turn.
"30 farmers' quarters is quite a milestone. Let's hope the population is getting some exercise as well."
Alright, so the garrison is done and now it has started creating the beret over here. And in the meantime, I already want to queue Angkor Wat because I'm excited to make Angkor Wat. So today is a building day. We're going to be spending the entire session almost building before we declare war. So we're going to put it here. And then Angkor Wat is a cultural wonder. What that means is that my other cities can help build this later on. And then we have new diplomatic issues.
I have something here that should please us both.
The Tsao want to make shared logistics a thing. Okay, when they are
from
offering
you,
us
could
treaties,
be
we can
interesting.
accept the treaty, refuse the treaty, or make a counter offer. Make a counter offer says basically, I will accept this treaty if you pay me money. In this case, it's 165 money. So we're gonna do that because we're greedy.
The proposal is sloppy. My answer is no.
Fine. The Tsao refused our
I'm
treaty.
not sure what you're doing is such a good idea.
Meanwhile, so, ooh, this guy will be lost at sea if it doesn't leave the shallow waters. Sorry, if it doesn't leave the deep waters. So I think this is a shallow.
Blades in the water.
So he's safe. He's safe. And then we'll take the long way over here, I think. Or we can move through here. What is our relationships with Pink? Our relationship with...
Welcome. Let us speak honestly with each other.
Okay, the Spiffing Brit is also a streamer. He's a Twitch streamer or a YouTube streamer, and I got him with a Twitch drop. Anyway, he is militarist, risk taken, and open. We currently have closed borders with them, so we cannot really travel here. But we can try proposing open borders.
So, tell
What?
me, shall we become closer?
I could go for that, if you might be a little bit more considerate.
You're lucky I need this. 375 money.
I'm not sure what you're doing is such a good idea.
Given also that we're not producing a lot of money because we are currently in builder mode, we're only at +0 money. This will put us in a bit of a bind. But open borders is something that we really need because I want my chariot to be able to move through his area later on. So I guess I'm gonna have to accept this. 375 money sucks. Let's do it.
This is pleasing. I am content to join together on this.
Stupid spiffing Brit.
I can only say that this is excellent.
Screw you. Fine, fine.
A proposal for your consideration?
The Hittites want to be my allies. Okay. They're scared that I might go into war with
from
them.
you could be interesting.
They are also very close to waging war on me. Their war support is 80 out of 100, so they can wage war on me anytime. But we are already in a non-aggression pact, so they have to break the pact if they want to proceed. So I think an alliance is not necessary. But let's try counter-offering. Maybe they'll give us money.
Not a yes, more of an almost.
Why did I expect that they will give us money?
The proposal is sloppy. My answer is no.
And then we're already good relations with the Spiffing Brit. Ugh, the Spiffing Brit is currently the Huns. This is a very they're very militaristic and they have very good units, cavalry. Their cavalry is super good. I don't want to get to war with them. Not until I get my ballista elephants. Surprise war! Can we? We can, but it's not gonna be good for us. We're gonna get the traitor tag, and we don't have a lot of war support, so we might lose the war. The war support is it drops if you don't win your fights, and also if you're the aggressor. Every turn, your war support drops, and if it drops to 0, then the other side can force you to surrender. But yeah, you can do surprise war also. Because sometimes declaring a formal war takes time, and you just want to get on with it, so a surprise war can be good, if that is the playstyle you choose. Okay, Sidon is done. So this is our baray over here. Check it out, check it out. So it's this pool of water that produces industry, as well as some farming. And you can see that there are people there. We can terrify the people with our arrow of God. Run away, mortals. Run away. Sorry. So that looks nice actually. I really like the aesthetic of it. So let's make more of those, right? Or should we already help with Angkor Wat? One more baray. It only takes one turn anyway. over here, there are 3 adjacencies. But if I put it over here, there's also 3 adjacencies. But we can access this area, which we haven't been able to just yet. So I think this is the correct thing to do. Our stability is dropping because we've been building a lot. But that's okay. As long as we're above 50, we should be fine. And this guy can now go here because we've signed the non-aggression pact. And then this guy can go there. Can we break the alliance already? It'll get me the traitor tag. Should we? I kinda want to. Stupid Greeks. And they're pretty powerful, huh? Or no, they're not. They're rank 8 right now. What's happening here? Why are they big? They're currently in the classical era. They have 2 stars, which means it will take them around 5 more stars to get to the medieval era. So let's not declare war yet. Oh. We can make a demand to give Moria because they have been oppressing my faithful. By the way, our religion is Papa God. Over here, we currently have certain tenets: purge idleness, undertake pilgrimage, honor kin, and beware false prophets. And because of that, because we have a pretty strong religious zeal, we are converting almost everyone to our faith in Papa God. And Papa God is giving us enough religious influence for us to treat this state like my people. So that's what's happening there. This is why we can demand that they surrender this city to us. Let us make that demand. You are oppressing the faithful. Moria. Do I want Moria? Actually, if I get Moria, I'll fix that issue. As long as we're not getting their capital, they're unlikely to give up their capital. What is this? Sure, let's make that demand.
Your
I demand...
transgressions anger me. You must pay for my goodwill.
Verabscheuenswürdig.
Absolutely despicable. So at least later on, when we break the alliance, we will have precedent. So let's end turn 83 and move to turn 84. Papa God, yeah. That's our
Other
current...
empires are nervously wondering what is being built with those 5 makers' quarters.
We're just building our cities. So, speaking of Papa God, we're currently on a faith ideological axis, a traditional ideological axis. One of the things we have is that our faith in Papa God means that we only have women as priests. Men cannot be priests of Papa God. It's pretty important. We purge idleness, which means that we have more food in coastal waters and lakes. We also command them to undertake pilgrimage, which means that it's easier to expand our empire. And we command them to honor their kin, which means that it gives us more movement speed. This is pretty nice. And also minus on the industry cost. So Papa God is really helping us. So let's see. Let's go back to BJtopia. Is our Barai finished? Oh no! You went for Angkor Wat first. Do the Barai first. There you go. Finish that first. And then Sidon is also done with the Barai here. Pretty nice. Although since we're dropping now to 61, we have to make sure that we don't overcommit our construction. We're going to make walls because I foresee a war with San Lorenzo soon. So we're going to make walls here. And then we are going to help with Angkor Wat. There you go. Ships, 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 ships. Okay, these are my runners. You have to move from there to there. What is our current relationship with Green?
What do you want now?
We have open borders already. That's good, that's good. So skip your turn for now. This one, I want to start threatening the ship over here. End the turn. Alright, we are now at turn number 85. Look at that. Urkes is starting to move towards us. These are... What are your traits? The Egyptians are benevolent and vindictive. I don't think we've pissed off the Egyptians. So why are they on our doorstep? What are you doing, Egyptians? Anyway, the human cost. Across the border, where war ravages the empire of Huns, thousands have abandoned their homes and are now seeking sanctuary in your peaceful lands. Refugees, and no doubt some agitators too, are amassing near the closest city of Cotabato. They are tired but proud, afraid yet hopeful. It is a delicate matter, and one that may have far-reaching consequences. What is your decree? So we can process them, admitting those who need genuine shelter. It'll cost us money, but we don't have money right now, so I don't think that's good for us. It will give us +2 population on BJtopia. We could refuse them. We're actually going to close our borders to them. There's some chance of unexpected consequences. But this will lead us toward homeland, which I don't like, because I kind of want to lead us towards the world axis. The worldly axis, rather. So we can welcome them. That's closer to what we want. We will not turn away those in need. Let us hope our people share these feelings of charity. So +2 population, but chance of unexpected consequences. So we'll see how that works out for us. Confirm. There we go. And I think our beret over here is done. Look at that! We have a beret next to our Egyptian pyramid. That makes total historical sense, guys. But I like it. Pretty good for production. Speaking of production, how many turns more? 5 more turns. So I thought it was only 5 turns total. But it's closer to like 8 turns? Oof. So we're kind of locked at the moment to production. But Cotabato is not locked. And we just got some population. So I think we can turn these guys to technological subsidies. Like this. So we can start earning money again. No, we can afford to lose science. Economic exports. So production and money is our focus. Followed by food and science. But there's too much. It puts us at negative food. So we have to place one scientist. Turn them into farmers. Alright. So far so good. Cotabato should now also help with Angkor Wat. There you go. Angkor Wat. We're waiting for Angkor Wat to complete. Okay. 1. We have a total speed of 3 if I'm not mistaken. 2. 3. Alright, you can get back to the shallows by next turn and you won't die. So far so good. I think our plan is intact. Right? BJtopia's stability is dropping to 51, but once we finish Angkor Wat, it will go up again because Angkor Wat provides +40. As for my other cities, Sidon is currently going down to 56. It's still workable. Cotabato is going down to 61, so we can afford to make one more district here later. But I don't know what's a good district to put into here. No rivers though, so it's not very useful to us. Anyway. Ooh, should we break this?
Bringt nichts als Elend über mich.
You tend to only bring misery on me. Okay, here's what we will do. We are now going to withdraw our demand, which I believe will give us 5 war support. So it will bring us to 98.
You caught me at a bad moment. I withdraw my demands.
Ihr gehört zu den Guten. Danke.
You're one of the good ones. Break alliance.
Say I acted out of passion, if it makes you feel better.
Ihr habt euer Glück nicht verdient.
Fine, sure, Joka. We're going to go to war. Incidentally, I think most of my forces are on your border anyway. So let's do this. Uh-huh. Go back here. Then... War! She said danke. Yes, I think she speaks German. The Avatar of Shurjoka is another download that I got. I believe she is also a streamer. Oh wait, sorry. She might be a dev. I think she's a dev. I could be wrong. If you know more about the ins and outs of the Humankind production team or development team, let me know. Meanwhile, another blocker. So many blockers. So let's station here. And then I think it's right that we end the turn. Army to be lost at sea. 2 of them. Let's look at the first one. You're fine. And then I think the second one is this guy. So we'll just move here. Right. And then you can slowly go back. We have a grievance. The Greeks ended the treaty. They downgraded your treaty non-aggression pact to tolerate skirmishes. Oh, that's good for us. We're now allowed to tolerate skirmishes? Oh. In order to perform this action, you have to make a declaration of war. Not yet. Let's wait another turn. Yeah, let's wait another turn before declaring war because I don't think our troops are ready yet. Gamer Zach, are we allowed to pass
You
through
have
your...
my ear. For a time.
Okay, we can pass through their territory. So we can move from here and go here. Nice. And then our ships... Oh, they left. Nice.
Why are you here?
We'll figure it out later. Where's my chariot? Chariot! I had a chariot. Wow, you're still moving, huh? Okay. So we will declare war next turn, when most of our forces are in position. Or maybe the turn after that, because I think that's still 2 turns away. We'll see. End turn. And I believe Angkor Wat has just been finished.
The site of Angkor Wat is worthy of reverence, not merely for the temples, but for the care it took with water and irrigation.
Check that out. Angkor Wat is done. What does Angkor Wat provide us? It provides us plus 20 food, plus 9 food from a Nemeton, plus 1 industry, so not very good in terms of industry, plus 20 faith, and plus 40 stability. So our stability in BJtopia is now going back up to 90, which means we can keep on producing. But since we're about to go to war, we might think about producing units first. We don't have the ability to produce our elephants yet because we stopped our science ability. We can make these berserkers though, so let's make 4 of those. And then, over at Sidon, we're going to make another one of these barrets. I think over here is pretty good. It's not the best. I think... Yeah, it's not the best at all. I think it would be better if we can put it here. Or here. If we put it here, let's open our hexes. Hexes! We can barely see the hexes. So hex 1, so that's 1 tile, 2 tiles, 3 tiles. Yeah, I think this is the best spot for it. In which case, we have to make something here. What do we make there though? A farmer's quarter or an industrial quarter? let's go with farmers. Yeah, because the industrial quarter will be taken over by the Barre later after we finish this one. Cool, cool. Kutabato is also done doing stuff. It is currently at 65 stability, which means we can. Well, it's supposed to be a fort, so we're going to put in some fortified defenses over here. I think is good. And then after that, we're going to start turning it into a market quarter. Because it is smack down in the middle of all these civilizations, which means it will be good to have industry here.
You should listen to this.
A request from a friend is not a thing to be taken lightly.
Okay, so we don't actually want this right now because we want to go to war with them later to get Tutuban. So we're going to counter propose, expecting them to refuse the proposal. But if they don't refuse the proposal, we get 1,800 money. So that's pretty good for us, right? And in the meantime, they're still like on a non-aggression pact with us and they have their borders open to us. So it all works out. We're going to counter propose.
Not a yes, more of an...
Almost.
How could you think the answer would be yes?
Right, I wasn't expecting you to say yes. I just didn't want you to be insulted. So... Okay. You have to go here. Ooh. Don't die on me, okay? Alright, we're close. We are close, friends. So I think it is time to declare war. Can't fight you. But you're blocking my way. Alright, let's do it. We declare war
Was habe ich mit euch zu tun?
on the Greeks.
Empty words. Meaningless gestures. I have had enough. Empty words. Meaningless.
Alright, we heard that already. So, we open with combat here. Ha! And immediately they flee. Then I combine these two forces. And we're going to chase them down. I think that's a good way of doing it. Just skip your turn for now. And then next turn, we start invading them with our... Wait, where's our forces? With our normal troops here. Can we buy these guys? Yes, we can. Let's buy these guys. And then let's move them, let's make them join the battle. And let's see. They're now hate-filled towards us. Their war support is going to gain some. But we're currently at 100 war support, so we're fine.
Something
That
you
Sao
need?
are currently in an alliance with us. We can keep that. We need an ally in case someone betrays us. The Morians, we have a demand against them. Let's withdraw that demand for now so that we can trade with them, because I think I'm going to be needing iron sooner or later. I also need copper, but the copper is from the Greeks. No, we can't get copper right now because we're at war with them. Stupid Greeks. End turn. Alright, we are currently at turn number 88. Let's continue our war. Let's attempt to cow this boat into submission. Oh, they're fighting this time. I think we're much stronger than they are. Yeah. Let's get him! Ooh. Can we flank? Let's flank. Your boats have been defeated. And now for the rest of your army. Tapos natalo tayo. You know, it's actually possible. We have classical era units for now. We don't have super strong units of our own. We do have a new army here, so let's move them here and move them here. We do have a big army. That's 4 squadrons. 3 of them have 4 units, and 1 of them have 3 units. Sidon. Sidon, you are done? Okay. So, the thing about Sidon is, currently, its stability is dropping to 41. So, it's about time to make some stone rings so that they have a place to worship. Where do we put it, though? Somewhere we won't be using. Here. So they're gonna make that stone rings. Then after they're done with that, we can make the barai that we've been wanting to make here. There you go! That's much better. That's 43 production. I actually want to do that first. There you go. Then BJtopia is also done. We can make stuff again. I think, given what we have, we can start making more makers quarters. Oh, but we can also make another barai. Oh. But there's no river here, so it's not as impressive. Unless we replace that. But that one is a farmer's quarter, right? Is it a normal farmer's quarter? It's a normal farmer's quarter. If we put it here, there's some river tiles. Why can't I put it here? There's already one copy of this. Oh, okay. Yeah, this particular territory doesn't have a lot of rivers. So the only possible way is to do this. We're going to be replacing the farmer's quarter, but that's okay. There you go. So what we can do instead is make a maker's quarter over here after. But that's for next turn. For now, oh, neat. We can move again. We have a new notification. The Aztecs has gained renown as a merchant.
What do you want now?
Huh. They used to be the Egyptians, right? They have now moved to the medieval era and they are now Aztecs. Which means they are catching up with us on stars. Yeah, there you go. They are currently at 2,590 stars. Or fame, rather. Fame, by the way, is the victory mechanic of this game. So we need to make sure that they don't catch up to us. They're in the medieval era. That could be a problem. We don't have a lot of money, though. So, for now, we're just going to have to keep fighting. Now, where are your cities? There's a city. My troops aren't there yet. These guys can start ransacking. Next turn, apparently. Craftsmanship has been researched. By progressing the myriad arts of culture from individual endeavors to skilled crafts, executed with knowledge and training, true quality can flourish. This unlocks Artisan Workshop, which gives us more industry per worker, is pretty good for us, as well as the Charcoal Kiln. Okay. Nice. Okay, so first of all, I want to use these dudes to ransack. 7 turns. It's gonna take a while. But you know, ransacking is nice. It gives us money. And we kinda need money right now. Going to BJtopia. Can we turn this off yet? We can. I think we should. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn it off now. So our science and money comes back to us. So instead, I think I am going to make a maker's quarter over here. That looks cool. Or over here. +7 versus +10. This is obviously the better choice. So let's do that. And then over here, Cotabato is done with its what do you call this? With its garrison, which means we can start building more things here. Okay, the way I see this place is that it's going to be a money market. So we can start making one here, and then proceed to there, and then proceed to there. It's not so good. Pwede na rin. It's still +12. Let's do that. The Tsao have proposed to improve your relationship.
Here that should please us both.
Okay. The Tsao are our best allies right now. So I am going to
This
accept
from
this.
you could be interesting. This is pleasing. I am content to join together on this.
So weird. The avatars are really all messed up.
Let's
We'll see if it gets fixed the next time I load. Okay. Let's see. Go here. And then you can go here. Then you can also go there. And we can start sieging by moving here and by moving there. So, we currently have ballista tech. So if we maintain the siege, what happens is that our friends over here will start making ballistas. So we are not going to assault them immediately. We're going to siege for now. We're going to counter this again.
You desire something of me, perhaps, but it is not free.
A lost opportunity. I refuse your proposal.
Fine. It's fine with us. Meanwhile, what are we doing in Cotabato? We are economic exports. That's fine. They're now sullen towards us, the Morians. Alright, that's pretty good. That means we can go to war later. But not yet. One war at a time, right? We don't want to stretch our forces thin. And we are at peace with the Hittites. Alright. So far, so good. I'm not seeing any issues with us. So we are going to go back. Oh no, I think we lost our unit here. We used to have a scout here, but now they're gone. They died. They were lost at sea. Unfortunate. But sacrifices have to be made sometimes. We have entered turn number 90. This army is about to be lost at sea. Stick to the shallows, man. There you go. So now you're not in trouble. The human cost too. It hasn't been easy, but refugees scattered across the empire have, by and large, been warmly welcomed by the populace. People have shared cooking traditions, plots of land, and as many comforts as they can afford. Many say it is because of the empire's worldly outlook. That's good. We're prosperous on 3 cities for 10 turns. That's plus 20 money each. That means our money input is going to be... Oh, look at that. Plus 205 money per turn. Pretty nice. And then we're gonna make more money here. It's gonna be so fun. Meanwhile, you can start entering this area. And then you can also try to enter that area here. We're keeping that. So what's happening right now is that we are currently besieging Mohenjo-Daro. If we actually defeat the Greeks and force them to give us land, this will give us control over the Southwest Islands. That's pretty nice. That makes us a proper thalassocracy. So I think I'm gonna be good with that. Stone rings, finish that off, and then we're going to turn off your builder mode. Then we're done for turn 19. The Tsao now feel differently about us.
Come, let us discuss our dreams.
They're now appeasing. They are alarmed by your recent behavior and are eager for a peaceful solution. Okay, they're afraid of us. That's pretty good. They're our strongest allies, and yet they are afraid of us. So what we are going to do is... we're going to propose a scientific agreement.
Let us formalize our mutual
What?
appreciation.
A lost opportunity. I refuse your proposal.
You refuse my... You're supposed to be my best ally. Stupid Sao. They're loyal though. So... oh, but they want to be masters. That's why. And we are the ones being... we are the ones turning into the lords of the world. So we currently have one ballista. Let's wait for another ballista before we assault. So that's going to be a next turn. Sidon, you are done with your rings. That means you are going to gain some. That means you're going to gain some stability, but not a lot. Can we make another ring? Grabe ah. You're so so hard to please. Let's make one over here because I don't foresee our city getting all the way here. Here. So that they can actually enter a pilgrimage of sorts. And there's a stupa here. So it's gonna be like competing religions. Religious battle. Oh wait, the stupa actually counts as a research quarter. It's not a religious site. Ha. Okay. Ah, finally, our chariot is here.
Will do.
Is someone already owning that? Yes. So we will just move there. And then the plan is... where are your shallows? We're going to go through the shallows over here. And then we're going to try to travel all the way there. That's actually not so bad. I think we can get to here and start colonizing this new world. Should be fine. Let's move there. Then we are going to assault the city next turn. What's our current war support? 96 versus 92. Cool. End the turn. So, the Tsao have reached the medieval era and they are now the Franks. Let's check them out.
Hello. It's so amusing to hear from you.
They're now the Franks. Cool, cool. A watery grave. The great coastal city of Sidon sends fishing crews far up and down the surrounding coastline. Now one of the new crews has made a startling discovery. Wreckage of an ancient galley lying well preserved in shallow waters. After brief scouting, an experienced diver offers to explore with their gang and promises a fixed payoff for the Empire. They warn that the expedition isn't for the inexperienced. What is your choice? We can mobilize our military, move us towards homeland, not something that I want. We can contract someone else, which will move us towards individualism, but will give us money, not something that we want either. Or, we should let the dead sleep, lest we offend their dead. Lest we offend their old gods. Yeah. That sounds good. Papa God respects other gods. So we are going to be fanatical on Sidon for 10 turns, plus 25% faith. Let's do it. pink is suspicious of us. That's okay. And then what's this? Cotabato is done with its market quarter. You're down to 56. Ooh. You need some infrastructure. But City Watch. There you go. City Watch. Then after City Watch, another market quarter over here. There you go. And then over here at BJtopia, we're still pretty good in terms of stability. So we can do pretty much whatever we want. What I kind of want to do is start building towards here. And that's gonna be more farms, I think. Yeah, more farms. There you go. And then let's get flood irrigation first, because we have a lot of rivers. And getting flood irrigation means that we're going to be making use of all those rivers for food. So that's pretty nice for us. And then, idle army. Move there. The Maya has declared war on the Greeks. Oh, sneaky Mayans. Army to be lost at sea? Really? Aren't you in the shallows? Alright, we are not going to end turn this time because we are now going to proceed with our assault of Mohenjo-Daro. Here we go! Manual battle. Let's move some archers to the front and end deployment. Alright. Gonna be started with our ballista. We can destroy their fences. Oh, you're only using a fence, huh? Okay. Where's our other ballista? Over there. Then let's move here. And ooh, we have high ground. But the citizens are super strong. Who knew? Ow. Archers. Soften these guys up. That should be fine. Let's move these guys over here. So we have a bonus.
Here we go!
Let's move there. Let's get these spearmen. Move all the way there. Who are these? Archers. Oh, archers. Archers are nice.
Off we go. For your families.
And then we can move there. And we can finish them off with our scouts.
No mercy!
No mercy! Wow, they're still alive! These citizens are tough. They also have reinforcements coming, so we need to be careful about that. So what we need to do is close off any potential route of reinforcement.
I'm on it.
Over there. Whoops. Open. These guys can move here.
Go this way.
And I think that ends our round. Wait, we can attack these guys. Ooh! They're strong though, so we will just defend. Here we go. Not a problem, not a problem. Ooh, these guys are getting slaughtered. Hydrate! Right. I can do that. Give me a moment. Thank you, Bloody Mary, for the reminder. War is thirsty work, so we need to stay hydrated. It's now our turn. There's a bunch of dudes there. We can start taking care of these dudes. Do we have a clear line of sight to them? Here. There you go. +4 from high ground and +2 from having friendly units. So I think we're going to move this here first. So we have... So these guys can also move here.
Off we go.
And now we can start shooting. Who will we shoot? 23, 23, 27. These guys first.
Now!
Alright. And now we will attack with these guys. Oh, not so good. 17 versus 16. It's gonna be a close fight. So instead, we're going to move our archers here first. And then we're gonna shoot them.
Let's get him!
And then we can move here.
Don't fall behind.
And then finish them off.
Charge!
There you go. Then we can... Really? You're stuck there? Okay. So these guys... You have to hold your position because that's a spawning point for them. From here... finish them off. Shoot those guys. Ooh, ballista. Right, I have ballistas. Ballista shot! That sounds so pleasing. Ballista shot! Ooh. And now we can finish them off with these guys. And we can move there. Ah, there you go. Gesati attack!
For the Empire!
You will stay here. You will also stay there. You are going to... Can you reach any one of them? No, but you can provide flanking. So that'll be nice. And I think that's our turn. And now it's their turn. I think they're gonna kill that unit. That unit's gone. And now they can spawn units from there. We do have the advantage of high ground though, so we should be fine. Yeah, looks like we're fine. Flank!
Battle!
Finish them off! Archers!
Come on!
Can you reach that? No. I have to move here first. And then you can reach.
Charge!
Then get these scouts. Ooh, these are hoplites, huh? Greek hoplites. What are your abilities? Anti-cavalry and phalanx. Ah, yeah, that means you're not doing anything. But they're super strong.
Attack! Charge! To battle!
Come on, finish it off. Yeah, the hoplites are dead. Too far. I think we win. Alright. So we won the siege at Mohenjo-Daro. Pretty good, pretty good. We got 1 military star out of it. So that gives us fame. But we're builders, so most of our fame for this era are going to come from building. So we need to kill another 10 units in order to make this better. They will enter the sphere of influence of the Franks. That's fine for us. And that exhausts most of our army for this turn. So now we can continue building. And the turn, we have discovered the Appalachians. We have discovered the breathtaking Appalachians. Where is it? Oh, over here. Okay. That's not so interesting to me. Acknowledge. Sidon gain population. Acknowledge that.
This proposition should be in all our best interests.
Non-aggression pact.
A good idea from a good friend? Let me hear it.
What is our counter proposal? 150. You just might pay that because that's not a lot of money. Counter offer.
Not a yes.
What?
More of an almost.
Ah, that's because they're suspicious of us to begin with. They're not likely.
I'm sorry, but no deal is better than a bad deal.
Fine, spiffing Brit. I thought you were
This is what you
risk-taking.
wish to do. You set things in motion.
Sidon, let's keep building because we need builder stars. What are we doing? Harbor. +6, +6. It's not that impressive. So maybe not. What else can we do? What else can we build? Sidon is actually going up to 100 stability, so we can build whatever we want. What I'm thinking of right now is we can start making science quarters. Yeah, we don't actually have a lot of science quarters yet, but I was thinking of doing that at BJ-topia, not at Sidon. Let's think about this. Let's look at our unclaimed wonders. Is there anything I want here? Not really. Do I want a Todai Eiji? Stability, conversion, resistance. It's Japanese wonder. But sure, why not? Sure, why not? 1000 influence though. Let's wait a bit. We do want to build districts. That's what we've been trying to do. So let's try building. What do you produce? Industry? You can move towards that and start exploiting there. So what we're going to do is exploit here. Alright. Alright, let us heal some of them. Spending money for healing. Kisati, you're not yet in friendly territory, that's why. So move there. Move there. Move there. And move there. Now that you're here, we can heal you, right? There you go. Not bad, not bad. Harappa! We're coming for you, Harappa. What is your current war support?
Ihr? Was habe ich mit euch zu tun?
Wow. They still have a lot of war support. They're still willing to fight. Alright then, let's give them a battle. So we have taken the city of Mohenjo-daro. Thing is, since we are the occupiers, we are the invaders, we can't do anything about it yet. We cannot use the city unless they surrender the city to us later. Okay? So meanwhile, let's move our boat, because I want our boat to be back with us in the war. And then idle army. Oh, okay. So I think before we conclude today's session, we want to get this ship all the way there.
Blades in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
And he, ready all, row.
I'm on it.
So they're going to go into this new land, and hopefully we can conquer here. We could colonize that area and see what we can do with that. Meanwhile, we're going to keep on invading.
We have our orders.
Oh, it's because there's a river. The river stops movement, so that's that's why they're all stopping there. I was wondering, why aren't you moving towards Harappa? And that's because there's a river there. Nuts. That should be fine. And then Sidon. We're still building. Now we build here and exploit that, right? Yeah, we still have a lot of stability for that one.
Ihr? Was habe ich mit euch zu tun?
Silly Greeks. Appeasing cultural agreements. Let's wait 2 turns. There we go. Alright. We have around 7 minutes left before we adjourn this session. So I think we can... I'm not sure we can start a new war, but I'm pretty sure we can start settling the land that we found. So first things first, the Assyrians now feel differently about us.
Greetings. My door is always open to talk.
Hey, who are you? I've never talked to you before. Loyal and vindictive. Is there someone... Oh! Did the Assyrians just get their freedom? No, they didn't. Okay, that's weird.
You have something to say?
We're fine. You're now the English. Okay. That's a little bit of a problem later, because the English have longbowmen, and that makes them difficult to fight. But that's a problem
Please be
for
quick. I
future
have
BJ.
important people to talk to.
The Franks, on the other hand. I need someone to give me iron. Do you have iron? Iron.
Good day to you.
Copper. I actually need copper. Let's buy your copper. It's gonna be by sea, and they're going to use that transportation mode. That's good. Buy that. So we don't want to fight them yet. Meanwhile, enter. Oh, come on. BJtopia is still moving at a good pace, so we can continue producing stuff. I believe the plan was to make farmers' quarters all the way here. Alright, let's do that. Can make another barai over there. Oh, completely forgot about that. Okay. Okay. This is 2 tiles, 1 tile, 3 tiles. I think that's our best bet. Although this is plus 46, this is plus 49. Right, let's do that first. Move the farmer's quarter down. And then Sidon is also done with its maker's quarter over here. So we are instead going to be... Let's improve your infrastructures. Yeah, let's do that and that. This will give us more industry, so more production later. And then war! Okay. These are mercenaries. These are not my units. So I will fight, but instant resolve. So they were defeated as expected. But what that means is that we've softened up this area over here. Which means if we assault them... Come on, why are you in the way? And now we can fight them again. Oh, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Alright, let's do it. Archers at the top.
Go this way. Follow me.
Let's fight these hoplites.
Will do.
Let's move here. Now we're flanking. We have bonuses. Finish them off. Move there. Capture their cat. And we won that one. Why did you fight that one? At any rate, that worked out well for us anyway, so no problem for us. Meanwhile, come on.
Over there. Let's go.
I don't think we can settle the lands in time. We only have 2 minutes left in our current playthrough. So let's just finish this turn.
A proposal for your consideration?
An alliance proposal. They are friendly to us, which means they might accept a counter proposal. 1,500. Are
A
you?
request from a friend is not a thing to be taken lightly.
Are you willing to give me 1,500 money?
Not a yes, more of an almost.
They're not.
Neither interesting nor desirable.
Fine, hindi wag. Okay, so to recap, we are currently building, and building so that we have a good set of cities. BJtopia is turning out nicely. We're going to have another barai over here. And we have several barais that are all producing lots of industry for us. So if you look at our cities, here we go. BJtopia is now producing 281 industry per turn. Sidon is producing 418, even more. Mohenjo-Daro is not our main city yet. But over here, Cotabato, I'm not sure you can see it. Yeah, you probably can't because my face is hiding it. But it is producing 164. So currently, Sidon is the one that's producing the most. I think that's because we have effectively increased their industry with the creation of the forge, as well as the artisan workshop. So might as well do that for this one as well. Alright. And I think that is where we are going to leave things for now. thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, where's my camera? There you go. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will continue this playthrough on Monday, and this particular episode will be uploaded on YouTube on Wednesday, I think. So, this has been Buko Juice, the Thirst Quencher. Speaking of Thirst Quencher, I'm thirsty again. Thank you for hanging out with me, and goodbye.